Hey guys, it's Mike, another King Arthur Legends Rise video. We've got our update news is in. The servers are under maintenance. We've got 2 hours before we can log in. By the time this goes live, it'd probably be about time to log in, to be honest with you. But on the update 624, we've got quite a few things going on. So like they led us to believe, it is going to be a pretty big update. So pretty exciting stuff. The first thing is we got new content with the relic engraving and enhancement. So it's going to be 2 separate things you can do to relics. And it looks like we're going to be getting engraving materials from that dimensional rift they mentioned in the previous scouting report. And kind of gave us a little sneak preview on what's going on there. It does talk about this is going to be the first season of the Flame Otherworld. And there's going to be 15 floors with 2 stages each. So 30 different stages it sounds like, and then maybe normal, hard, and hell. So that could be a total of 90 floors that we're trying to beat in the Dimensional Rift here, which could be pretty fun as far as depending on what it is and how challenging it is. It kind of seems like it might be kind of a newer version of Forbidden Dungeon or potentially an extension of Campaign. But it's really going to depend on what sort of team compositions for the enemies they put together and what kind of mechanics are going to be challenging and so forth. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. But it is new content to the game that should be pretty fun. So the way they lay this out, it actually sounds like you can choose normal, hard, or hell mode right out of the gate. It might be where you have to beat normal to try hard and beat hard to try hell, or it might just let us go straight to hell mode. And then on the 2 stages per floor, you're not able to use the same champion twice. So assuming we have teams of 4, you're going to need to have 8 separate champions built out to be able to pass that. So there might be some strategy on which champion you use on which stage to clear a floor, which is kind of cool. I do think that that is really where the in-game content needs to move for King Arthur, making you build definitely more than one team, because having 4 characters with great gear is not really that difficult to do. Well, that's one of the things with Hall of Conquerors that does a great job, is it makes you build out 12 different characters and have gear for all of them, potentially, unless you're moving it around, which would be kind of a pain in the butt, but you could do it. But it does force you to build 12 different characters, and with the different bosses rolling through there, those 12 characters may not always be the same. So this would be another thing in that space where there's 8 different characters we need to beat each floor as we move through the other world. And this one we're going to do the Flame Otherworld, and then after 4 weeks, the other world is going to open up with the new season. So it'll probably be either Frost or Storm would be my guess in that space. In order to get into the Dimensional Rift, you're going to have to clear hard mode 6-7, which for most accounts is going to be just fine. They are bringing the Event Arena Season 2 back, so I don't know if their plan is to keep this on all the time, or if it's going to be kind of 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off, something like that, but that is coming back. Hall of Conquerors Season 3 is going to start as well, and we are getting a new boss, Bergelmir. So that'll be coming in as well, and then we're coming back with Steelflame Penvid and Talos. They might switch up the element to Flame on the Talos, so that'll probably require some slight adjustments to your Talos team in order to be positive affinity for that fight. And then Bergelmir is going to be stacking up buffs and getting stronger while he does it, and then he becomes vulnerable to abnormal status when preparing for a powerful attack. So it might be similar to the middle boss last time, where we had to taunt him, stun him, freeze him, something or other, just to prevent him from doing his power attack. So that's going to be kind of an interesting dynamic there that we can look into as soon as he gets in there. It looks like with this season, we're bringing back Caliber and Arthur's Frost Relic shards instead of the Storm Relic. So they are going to be moving back and forth between those, so we can start stacking up some of those. And then some new additions. They got the Arena Retry, which sounds like if you lose to a team, you're going to have the opportunity to actually fight them again, which personally I think is a great call, because there's a couple times where you get close to beating them, or you just feel like, oh, if I would have brought this person in instead, and then you can go back and actually defeat the team you just played, which I think is actually going to be pretty fun. It looks like they're also adding some hashtags in here to help you find some of the packages that you just can't wait to purchase a little faster. And then they're also going to add the dismantle button to the repeat battle screen, as well as the equipment menu, just to make it a little easier to get in there and dismantle the equipment that you're not using. And then the moment we've all been waiting for, there is a new legendary hero coming to the game. It's going to be Lagertha. When the raid up summons and all the same things apply. It looks like we're getting an event dungeon, a power up event, and a mission event. All those pieces to every time we launch a new character. And then it looks like we're adding legendary relics to the list of relics for the special summons. You're going to get Caliber and Arthur Forged Revenge, which I believe is his flame relic. and then which is the one he starts with. So that's kind of prefer it wasn't in there, to be honest with you. And then Hild's 3 relics are coming in, and then it looks like Revenant Merlin, the Path of No Return. I believe that is her Storm relic that she comes with already. So her other 2 relics have not entered the game at this point in time. To the best of my knowledge, that is the one that she comes with already. In the arena, they are doing an improvement where there is no time restriction or vigor reduction during the attack turn. Whereas currently every 30 seconds you lose a vigor as you're waiting if you walk away from your phone or whatever the case is. So that's kind of a cool quality of life feature there. And then on Arena, they're doing some adjustment to the attack gauge charging system so that it does instantly instead of gradually. And then it says improvements will follow the Clan War way. So we'll kind of see how that plays out and what that's talking about. They're also doing an equipment preset pop-up. So now when you click on it, it'll actually show you the details. And then they have quite a few other improvements coming in here in battle mode and auto clear for Forbidden Dungeon, Clan War, Clan Raid, Hall of Conquerors. So a lot of just, I'm assuming, quality of life pieces that they're just kind of improving, as well as some bug fixes across the way. And then they got their standard rate and item changes for everything getting added in. It's going to change the drop rates of everybody involved. So that's what we got going on here. I mean, all in all, it's a pretty big update. We're getting some new content with the Rift, as well as a new Hall of Conquerors boss, a new character, and so quite a few things coming in. Arena season coming back, and then some upgrades to the arena for retry. So a couple things to be excited about in the games. So I look forward to the end of the update in about an hour and a half here when we're able to get back in the game and take a peek at what's going on. I'll try to launch another video shortly thereafter, just kind of seeing all those changes in game. And we'll take a peek at Lagertha's kit and see if she's worth pulling for and seeing what's going on. I should have the rate up summons and crystals to get her on the account, at least Chivalry level 0. But we'll take a peek at her skills and see where she might find a place on what teams and where they expect us to use her. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me all the way to the end. I look forward to seeing you in a few hours after the update.